What's up? What's going on, guys? I'm hitting you with videos left and right now. This video today is going to be a very specific. This one is actually going to be an art video. This video was actually discussed to me by one of my well, I brought it up to him because I was like, damn, that's a good idea. He asked me a question in my Discord about anatomy. So I was like, you know what? I have a good idea. Why don't I just fucking make an anatomy video? Duh.
You're a goddamn genius.
That's what today's video is going to be about. Today's video is going to be about how I started off, or an easier way for you to understand anatomy, because I understand it's a pain in the ass, especially if you don't have a fucking clue on what to do. I'm going to teach you how to do it today. So, oh yeah, and for the tools that I'm going to be using today, I looked at my prior videos when I did art tutorials, 2D art tutorials and stuff like that on paper. And for some odd reason, for me personally, I know you guys might have a different, perspective, but for me, I didn't feel like it showed up clear enough on the camera. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be drawing on my on Procreate, so you guys can actually see the picture clear. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a screen recording on my iPad right now, and then I'm gonna still have the camera on me so I can explain back and forth what's going on. So that's my setup I got, because I thought them videos were shit. So, you live and you learn. Hopefully this one is better. Okay guys, so I got my iPad right now. I'm about to get started on a couple poses. So what I'm about to do is, what I did with the last videos, you always start with a circle, but I'm gonna draw small. Remember, like I said before, when you are doing poses, and when you're doing anatomy in general, you wanna keep it simple. That's the first thing. You don't wanna think about detail. You don't even wanna think about the hair. This is just gonna be a bunch of line work. We're not doing detail, none of that stuff. We're not even gonna do eyes. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna focus on the figure today, okay? So what we're gonna do first is I'm gonna start off with a circle. It'd be a fucked up circle, really don't matter. I don't know what the hell that is, but it's a circle nonetheless. You guys, what the fuck is that?
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
You see how loosely I'm thinking about this? Because this shit is easy, man. Like, this is it's not a big deal. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna shrink this up a little bit. Let me shrink that and bring it over right there. Okay, so first pose is gonna be this. Got our head. Now what I do with the body, now this is the part that most people was asking me about. Once you get the head out the way, how are you gonna get the body in the anatomy and the hip to, the chest to hip ratio accurately? This is how I do it. I always do this, especially, this is how I started off. You see that? That's an upside down triangle. Now what this does is that this gives you a visual proportion in your mind, because you're not thinking about the body, you're thinking about the shape. So this clearly is an upside down triangle. So that's what you should think when you're doing the shoulders all the way down to the middle, to your core. So that's basically what this is right here. So now that we got this out the way, what we're gonna do is draw a circle, circle. And these are gonna be the arms. See? We ain't thinking about nothing else. That shit was bothering me for a minute. Hold up. Basically like a stick man, right? And now for the bottom half, do an upside down triangle. A regular triangle. Do it just like that. Add your circle right there for the joints. Add the legs coming down, make this smaller. Now, so I'm gonna show you how this all comes together in a minute, okay? Okay, you see that? It looks crazy as fuck, I know it does, but watch this. Now we're gonna take this, we're gonna lower the opacity to this, right? Completely, to where we can see just a little bit of it. We're gonna take a layer, we're gonna make another one. Now, you really don't do this with traditional medium. What you would do for the base layer, for the first thing I did, make sure you take a light pencil, something extremely light that you can't really see. You draw that, and that will basically be your opacity underneath. And then for the top layer, you take a darker pencil, a slightly darker pencil, not too dark, And then you basically treat it like it's a layer that you can add on top of it, and you get this. So what we doing is going over what we just did, but this time we're gonna try to make sense with it. Add your neck, shoulders, that's your arm right there. We just adding a little bit more definition than we did the last time, right? Still keeping the shoulders a little bit accurate. Now that right there is where that's basically going to end to where the bottom part, to where the legs start to separate. That's where the vagina goes. Simple anatomy, you see that? Now this is something you can build off of. Now what you would do is like, for a beginner, what you would do is you would just keep on working on this and try to make this look as accurate as possible to the image, or to the a real actual person, because this is not going to be accurate. This is just to get you to get all the proportions right, the size, the ratio from this part right here all the way down here, and then further down to where the joints lie. And this is how you make it look a little bit accurate. That's basically what this form is for. It's not to be all, you know, intricate and detailed and shit like that. Don't worry about that. I know I tell these people till they blow in their face, I'm like, do not worry about detail. Focus on just the simplicity of the picture. So just focus on shapes. So we're gonna get this out of the way. And we're gonna do another one. Now this time we're gonna get a little bit more complicated. So watch this. Yeah, let's make this one blue. Yep, let's make it a blue line work, why not? So we're gonna take our head, and we're gonna probably have them facing towards the side a little bit. Now you might ask, how does this triangle theme theory work when a character is facing to the side and not the front? Watch this. It's as simple as this. Perspective. You don't do a full triangle, because when you turn it to the side, all you see is what? A little bit of it. So we're gonna cut that bitch off right there. We're gonna add our circle right there. And we're gonna start off with the same thing on this side. Make this one a little bit shorter. That symbolizes where the hips go. Add a circle. Bring that down. Should look kind of crazy, but hey, it works. Now watch this. Now that we mapped out how this looks, right? We're gonna add another layer, lower the opacity to this. We're gonna do the same thing. Keeping it accurate with the ball joints that we put. See? This is easy, isn't it? It's very easy once you make it simplistic. Once you think simple, because the problem that most beginning artists have is that they look at other people's work and they try to compare. They try to be like, how can I do that, like the full thing? But let me give you just a little advice right quick. What artists need to stop doing, especially beginning artists, what you need to stop doing is focusing on the end product, because it's the same thing with life. When you live in your life and everything like that, especially when you see somebody where they're at and you like, damn, I want to be that. Don't aspire to do exactly what they're doing right then. Think about how they got there, the journey, the in-between. The in-between is more important than the very end result, because that's the important thing. That's what got them there, not the end. So it's the same thing when you actually drawing. When you drawing stuff like this, the important thing is what you do in the beginning, middle, and then the end is the result of all that hard work and stuff that you did in the beginning. It's not going to look pretty at the beginning. It's not going to look pretty in the middle. It is going to look pretty in the end because you did all that work to build the foundation to get to the end. So I get how it works. I used to think like this all the time. But when it comes to this shit, focus on simplicity. It's not about the detail. Okay? So that's all I wanted to do today. I want to make a short little video, 2 frames, that's it. You could apply these 2 frames that I just did and use the same technique with basically anything that you do. It's simple. I used to do this all the time. It works for me. So I hope it works for you. I talked enough. I said it was going to be a short video, but that's all I got for you today. Hope you have a good one.